Hi, I'm Shannon Hulbert. So coming here today, how many of you thought that you were heroes? Show of hands. One person. Per Wikipedia, heroes are people who, in the face of danger and adversity, display courage and sacrifice for a greater good. So, as entrepreneurs and human beings, I think we're all heroes because everybody is facing and overcoming obstacles every single day. So, like she said, I'm Shannon, CEO of Redbridge and founder of the Intertribal Energy and Tech Tour. But if you knew my life story, then you would know that it is crazy that I get to stand here in front of you today and tell you that I'm a CEO and founder, because I did grow up on an Indian reservation without any power and 30 miles from the nearest store. So I was raised by a single mother, and we didn't have a lot, but we did have each other. But what I learned really early on was, is that me? What I learned early on was that energy efficiency and energy conservation were very important. And for me at the time, it wasn't about changing the world or saving the environment. It was more about a matter of survival, because when you're 30 miles away from the nearest store, getting batteries to put into a flashlight is pretty difficult. And, listening to the radio all day long and running out the batteries meant that you didn't have a radio to listen to. And my mom, wouldn't really want to drive to the store in the middle of the night. So anyway, I feel really blessed to be on the stage right now, actually, because everybody's story was so inspiring, and I just want to say congratulations on your success, because I think that what you're doing is amazing, and I love hearing the success that you all have and that you're kind of going through it and you've reached the other side. I think that my story may be a little bit different because while Redbridge isn't, brand new, I think that as entrepreneurs and as a business owner, the growth and the challenges, they never stop. And so this week, as a for instance, Redbridge was granted the 8A certification to do government contracting, which then comes with a flurry of other, business planning and challenges that will come as a result of that. And in addition to that, the Energy and Tech Tour is in the early stages of planning to get ready for this year's tour. And so it's been crazy. It's been a crazy week. And I think that even this week alone, I'm faced with challenges, right? I'm ADD, so I have a short attention span, and there are lots of distractions in the world, and so maintaining focus is always a very key thing, I think, for a lot of entrepreneurs. And it can be overwhelming. The challenges are ongoing, and so it can be challenging at times to prioritize. Everything is a priority, and everything is time sensitive, and you wear a lot of hats as an entrepreneur, and so switching from one task to the next can be challenging, so that can be overwhelming sometimes. And the other thing is, I think somebody else said it, doors close, there's a labyrinth, it's like a labyrinth. The thing is, doors close, it doesn't always happen the way that you planned it. You're sitting here today, and 5 years ago, if somebody asked you how you were going to get to this seat today, the path that you took to get here is probably different than the one that you thought you were going to take. So it's kind of like that for everybody. And when the doors close, it can cause you to doubt. You can second guess. There's a lot of things that happen as entrepreneurs that make you wonder, especially if you're doing something for the first time, is it going to be successful? It can be scary. You wonder, you're putting your professional relationship and your personal relationships and on the line, and you want to make sure that it's a cool thing because you're passionate about it and you believe in it. And so those are all challenges. I wrote them all down because I thought it was really important, and I wanted to make sure I remembered everything for you. So I have 5 things, actually, that are my Wilsons, the thing that keep me grounded and centered when the going gets tough. And the first one is to dream big. And I say it all the time. If you're following me on Twitter, then you'll know that I'm hashtagging that all the time. And what it is to me is always setting the next new goal. You reach something, and then you set the brand new goal. And sometimes in the heat of the moment, it can be challenging to think how you're going to get to that next place. But one of the biggest things that helps me is to remember how far I've come, because I was a little girl on the reservation with no electricity, and today I get to stand here and share my story with you, and so that's really inspiring. And your stories are probably all equally inspiring because we all sacrifice blood, sweat, and tears to get where we are today. And so keep dreaming big. Keep learning. I think everybody kind of has resonated that same thing. There are challenges every day, and there are lots of resources that are out there and that are available. Google is one of them. Entrepreneurs, other entrepreneurs, sharing your story, asking questions, sharing your challenges, because when you share, other people open up and they share with you. And a lot of people do think that you can hold on to your business secrets, but what you find is if you're willing to share, other people are like, everybody wants to help everybody else. We're all just trying to succeed, and it's not like we're competing for business. There's enough for everybody. So helping other people and being helped is probably part of that big process. Staying positive. It can be challenging sometimes. The doors will close, but finding your way, your happy spot. Somebody said open spaces, and I'm also a firm believer of that. Do that thing, find that thing that makes you smile, the thing that makes you happy, whatever that moment is, whatever that activity is. Sometimes for me, I like to go hiking. I hike to the top of the mountain and listen to music. I listen to music. What else do I do? I do exercise. I'm belt testing. I'd love to stay and do all of the mixer today, but I'm actually belt testing for my brown belt in Taekwondo, so that's like another one of my things. Number 5, oh wait, the most important one. The thing that helps me sometimes when I'm really, having a moment or whatever, is I Google that little unstoppable T-Rex. Do you know him? If you don't know him, you gotta search for him because he's amazing. He's on the World Wide Web, and I love it. Anyway, number 5, super important. It's the one thing that everybody said, and it's people. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, the people who push you when the going gets tough. They catch you when you fall, and they help ask you questions, the tough questions, to help you get to where you want to go. Those are the people that, for me, growing up, we didn't have much, but we had community, and that was really important. And even today, the community is still supporting me, and so that's really important. It's the people, and it's the relationships that you form as you move forward. And number 6, don't limit yourself. Just keep going, dream big, work hard, and don't give up.